Hi and welcome back to Wappler Unwrapped. In this lesson we're going to be looking at the new date picker feature which has been added to Wappler. Just to make a start, I'm going to show you the table that I'm going to be working with. Very simple table which is basically a unique ID for an event, the event name, its start date and an end date. You notice they're all char. The dates I've simply left that char rather than varchar because we'll be using 2-digit month, 2-digit day, 4-digit year, and of course separators. So it's always going to resolve to a 10-digit string, so I might as well leave them at fixed length I should say. Okay, so let's make a start. Let's start with the server actions that we require. Let's add our new server action and we're going to call this insert event. Within that, we're going to obviously create our database connection, and that's going to be the training connection. And then from there, our database actions, it's going to be an insert database action. We'll call that insert event. Select our actions, and we're simply going to be inserting into the event table, and we're just going to go straight forward post values based around the table names, as we're using a Bootstrap generated form to populate that. Okay, let's save that event. I'm just going to create one extra event here, not strictly required for the insert, but I'm going to use this to just show the effect of the inserts immediately on screen. We're going to show it in a Bootstrap table. So let's just create all events, and that's obviously just a straightforward. Sorry, wrong table there. Hold on while I get rid of these. Come on. I think easier. I'm just going to close that and rebuild that. Sorry about that. That's better event. And we're going to add those fields in, and let's just sort that on the start date. Okay, that's saved. Now we can go over to our App Connect end. Let's just pop in our framework straight away. Our App Connect and Bootstrap. I'm going to give that an app ID just simply because I'll be putting a table in here later, so the app ID is required. Let's save that, and we're going to call that add event.php. Okay, let's pop in a container, row and a column, and then we're going to go straight down to our generators. We're going to generate a table, and that table will be based around the insert event server action. Notice there remain text fields even though we're talking about dates here, and obviously there's no population because it's an insert record. Just take these out just to tidy things up a little bit. Save that, and just because that proximity to the top of the screen is irritating me, let's just add some top padding in. There, so there's our basic form. We have our insert. I'm now just going to add another container in after that, and what we're going to do is we're just going to drop in a Bootstrap table showing the contents of the events table. So suppose we best create a connection through to that all events server action that we created, and then from there we can now just create a straightforward Bootstrap table to show the contents of that, and say this is purely just visually so you can see what's happening as we add the records. It's not strictly an essential part of the process that we're going through. Obviously that at the moment that table is empty, And just to tidy things up a little more, let's go into our alerts notifications so we can add a success message in on submission of that form. So dynamic events, server connect, success, and on success we just want a message confirming that our action was successful. We'll just put in event added, and then obviously once we've done that, we would also like to refresh that Bootstrap table, so we refresh that connection as well. Okay, I think we're there. Let's open that up in the browser and just see what happens. Our event name, you can see I've been doing lots of tests here. We'll just pick one of those from the drop down. Start date, again I'll just use the drop down there from previous entries just to save typing. And then if we hit save, what we'll see is that our table is showing we've saved that test event 2 and the dates, and obviously confirmation message. Fairly straightforward, but of course that's not what we're trying to do in this lesson at this stage, because we were talking about using the date picker. So all I'm going to do now is amend that straightforward form to use the new date picker. So let's click on start date and we can click make date picker. Right, now let's look at all the options that we have here. Minimum maximum dates for limiting a format, when we're certainly going to use that at this stage. Day, month, year, so I will keep clicking out of that. We have the option to have our drop down drop up. We can have it showing, we can show week numbers, we can also disable weekends, which is quite a handy thing. We can have a list of invalid dates, and those dates will be removed from the date picker, or we can simply use a custom set of dates, again from a table through a server connection. So you've got a lot of really useful options within that. We still obviously have our placeholders. Notice we remain as type text. We do not change this to a date field. Let's do the same with the end date. Make date picker, and day, month, year. Save that. Let's open it up in the browser again, and now if we add in event 3, we'll see as soon as we click into those date fields we get a beautifully formed date picker. Let's say we're going from the 26th through to the 28th. Let's add that, and there you see that those events are added to the system, complete with confirmation messages. Really useful feature. I'm just going to do one slight change now just to show you how effective it is. If we go into there, I'm just going to take weekends out. So if we disable weekends in both of those fields, let's save that. And I would just like to show you the effect to show that it does work. It works beautifully. See now the weekends are taken out of the picker, so they can't be selected. Great new feature from the Wappler team. Thanks very much, and hope to see you in part 2 where we'll cover the date range picker. Thanks for joining me, and goodbye.